Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Sephora haul. They had a little sale on Sephora collection. There have been some new items released. I also picked up another few items from Sephora that I'm excited to share with you today. I hope you'll stick around. Let's get into it. I must admit I do have 3 items that I picked up elsewhere but are also sold at Sephora. So I'm sneaking them in here because I have a full face in front of me. What I have done already is my sunscreen, I have my brows done, and I have my color corrector and concealer on. I of course will have everything listed and linked in the description box below. Some of those links are affiliate links, so if you choose to shop with those links, I thank you so much because it does help support me and my channel. I'm going to start with a little goodie that I found at TJ Maxx, and that was the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying and Blurring Primer Stick. This retails for $36, and I found it at TJ Maxx for, I believe, $12.99. I was very excited. I already own the liquid version of the Milk Mattifying Primer, and it is a favorite. So I saw this at TJ Maxx and thought, yes, please. I have been using this for at least a week, and I do enjoy it. It's got this little centerpiece in there, and I just swipe it on my face and go. But because I'm showing you a new foundation to me, I'm only going to put it on one side of my face. I guess I'll stick to the right, and I'm just going to press it on, and then I just press it in. It doesn't have a scent. It's very lightweight, and I do believe that it helps elongate the wear of my makeup. But we will see when I add my foundation if there's a difference. And of course, I will keep you posted in the description box how the makeup wears, because I will wear this all day. For foundation, this is my second of 3 that I got outside of Sephora, but also sold at Sephora. So when I was at Sephora a few weeks ago, I was chatting in the fragrance section with a Dior representative, and she invited me to a Dior event. I was very happy to go. I didn't know what to expect, but when I went for this appointment at the Dior counter, they completely removed my makeup, did all of the Dior skincare, and then did a full face of Dior makeup. Now, how I felt about the skincare, how I felt about the makeup, I think it was the skincare. They really loaded it on, and I felt super heavy and glowy and wasn't loving my face before the makeup artist came in. They were all very nice, and my makeup looked nice, but I will admit I am super picky. I often do not like other people doing my makeup. I'm just very set in my ways, and when I change something up, I'm gonna do it a lot before I change my routine. So when I left, I felt that my face, if I have a picture, I will pop up a picture. I took a picture in my car. I was so glowy and felt so heavy. It was a good experience though, it really was, and they were super sweet. And of course, when you go to something like this, you always feel obligated to purchase. So I purchased what I was already interested in, which was the foundation stick, and then I picked up one more item that you'll see in a moment. So more information about the foundation stick. I've been wanting this since it was released. It is the Forever Skin Perfect 24-Hour Multi-Use Foundation Stick, described online as an innovative multi-use foundation stick that delivers a natural blurred finish, 24-hour coverage, and all-day hydration. I picked up the shade 2.5 Neutral. This is what it looks like. I have been wearing it, and I do like it. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush, and I'm gonna start on the side without the primer. Now this one does have a scent. It just smells like Dior. It is a little bit perfumed. If that kind of thing bothers you, be warned. I have always enjoyed Dior foundation. I have the Dior Matte Liquid Foundation in my drawer. So this, I'm going in very light-handed to keep the layers thin, and really it is Lovely. Maybe I could build it up a little bit right here. And it doesn't seem to oxidize on my little spot that's always bothering me. Sometimes I cover that spot and a couple hours later I can see that it's darker. Now I'll do it on the side that I have the Milk primer stick on. There is that side done. And I do want to stress that I am barely touching my brush on there because I want to keep it thin and light. I don't see much of a difference. Maybe the side with the primer is a little bit smoother, but I'm stretching. It could make a difference later though. We shall see. But this Dior foundation stick, I know it's gotten a lot of good hype. I'm with the good hype. I think it's really nice. I'll go ahead and set my face with a new release from Sephora, from the Sephora collection. This is the Blur It Loose Setting Powder. I got mine in the shade Brightening Pink. It is a loose powder that sets and mattifies for blurred pores, smoothed skin, and brightened complexion. This I've used a couple of times. I'm really enjoying it. I love that it comes with a little baby puff. Sweet. It has a lift up cap and then a little net inside. And of course, Sephora collection is always very affordable. I'm gonna pat it on the back of my hand and then I'll go ahead, tap out these under eyes first, and then set. Go ahead and take care of this side of my face first. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more under my eye. Here is one side set, the other not. I think it looks really nice. I definitely look more blurred and smooth on this side now. Feels very lightweight. It's not too pink. So far I haven't noticed any super dry reaction under my eyes. I'm not getting super crepey or dry looking, which some powders can do. And no scent, which I appreciate. And next I'll talk bronzer. While I was at that Dior event, I was able to pick up the Dior bronzer. Now this one is different than the one sold at Sephora, so I will link them both. So the big one, I'll pop up a picture, is the Forever Nude Jumbo Bronzer. The shades are different. The big one retails for $64. I picked up the smaller one. So it looks like you can get both sizes at Dior, but this is the size that I got. Still called the Dior Forever Nude Bronze. It says online that this brings a touch of summer to your skin with a streak-free natural glow or a matte finish. Long wearing, transfer proof, heat and humidity resistance, buildable coverage infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. This size is 7 grams, where the big one at Sephora is 18 grams. The shade that I picked up is 04 Warm, and I have to say, the packaging, oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful. It's squishy, it's pretty, it's easy to open. There's a mirror, there's embossing, and I have been enjoying it very much. This is my Jasmine Angled Beauty brush, and I'm going to tap in and just place it on the cheek. Now you'll notice that there's not a lot that shows up. This is a buildable formula, so I do go in a few times, but I really believe that this is kind of goof proof because you can just keep building and building and it's gonna look soft and blurred, and it is a joy. It does have that Dior scent again. I really enjoy the tone, enjoy the blur. It's pretty. In the blush category, I have the new-ish Tower 28 Get Set Blur Plus Set Matte Powder Blush. I picked mine up in the shade Samo Spritzer, and I have had this for about a month. I just haven't had an opportunity to film with it, but I must tell you, it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna use my Morphe A22 brush, and I will warn you that it is quite pigmented, so be light-handed, at least if you get this shade. I believe this is described as a mauve, and I just adore this tone. It is that perfect brownie mauve that I just believe looks so natural on the skin and talk about blur. And of course they have new shades, so for sure I will be picking this up in the next Sephora sale. But truly, Tower 28 is one of the more inexpensive brands at Sephora. This is only $22, and a little bit goes a long way. So there's that. For eyes, Makeup by Mario came out with new liquid eyeshadows. I couldn't wait to try them. I have been all about the one and done as of late, and the hardest part was picking a shade. There have been a lot of reviews up, and I just couldn't wait to share my thoughts with you because I have worn this a few times and it really is worth the hype. This is specifically called the Master Matte's Long Wearing Cream Eyeshadow. It has a matte finish, medium coverage, it's long wearing, it's a cream formula, easy to use, smoothing amino acids and spherical powders, delivers a soft, smooth, and silky feel and application. I picked up the shade Taupe. Here's what the wand looks like, and I'm just gonna go in with no eyeshadow primer. It's not super wet. I would describe it more as a moussey formula. And I'm just gonna go about halfway up my lid. I'll take my favorite brush. This is a Real Techniques. I think it's a 301. I'll make sure I pop up a picture. And I am just going to start blending this up. It really is one of the easiest liquid shadows I have ever worked with. I'm just doing very light and very small circular motions, sort of tapping to make sure that I'm getting full coverage, sort of going up and out on the edge. You have a little bit of time to play. Just so pretty. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye. If you feel like you've gone up a little bit too far, take your brush and go into your foundation. Obviously, it's much easier if you have a foundation stick. I did share this because I keep my She Glam stick foundation on top of my desk for this specific reason. You can take your foundation and clean up along the edges if you just want to blur it out a little bit more. And I am using a feather light hand. Go ahead and pop some under my eyes. Just blend it out. I love this taupe shade, so pretty. I'm gonna finish off the eyes off camera and I'll be right back. But everything that I'm using can be found at Sephora. For lips, I saw another new release from the Sephora collection and I picked up this Cloud Blurred Matte Lipstick. It is described as an ultra lightweight lipstick that smooths lips and blurs contours with a subtly tinted bitten lip effect offering up to 10 hours of hydration. I picked up the shade Snooze, which is a vibrant classic red. So of course, when I picked that up, I picked up a couple new shades of their new-ish lip liner. These are the 8-hour colorful transfer-proof lip liner. I will show you the shades that I have. The one that I have already owned, you can see there is a significant size difference in it. I really enjoy this formula. This is Soft Suede, which is a pretty cool toned pinky brown. Then I picked up Perfect Beige, which is just a little bit warmer. And then I picked up the shade Always Red, which is a cool toned classic red that I will be wearing today with this. I am a big fan of the Sephora collection liquid lips. I like the idea of a blurred lip. I have worn this combo once. It's good. These lip liners are a formula that I prefer, which is a sharpenable style. They do absolutely stay on the lips, and this red did really well. It stayed in place. It did not bleed. I absolutely recommend these. And now to show you the lipstick. It goes on with a smoothness that feels so nice, like you're putting chapstick on, but what's coming off on the lips is this blurred, smooth, fill the lip lines lipstick. I left it alone and then I just blotted it a tiny bit and it wore a good 4 or 5 hours. And when it was coming off, it was coming off very evenly. It just sort of faded away, which I also really appreciate. I would love to pick up more shades of this. And the last thing I picked up was a newer item from One Size. This is their mattifying sunscreen makeup setting spray. This has SPF of 28, and I just thought this would be nice to have. I am a big fan of the Until Dawn setting spray, and I thought maybe not every day, but days that I know I'm gonna be in the sun, I can use this just as an extra layer of protection. I wear my sunscreen every day, but I went to my girlfriend's pool, I wore this, and it worked out really well. If anything, it smells a little more pleasant than this one. This one can kind of take my breath away with the perfume. I don't smell anything with this one. I don't smell SPF. I don't smell the, I don't know, kind of perfumey scent of the original. I really like it. It's been a minute or two. I'm gonna take my tissue and blot that Sephora Collection Blur Lip. And yeah, like hardly anything comes off. Looking at my lips closely, they just look so smooth and filled in, especially for us mature women. The lines in our lips get a little bit more obvious. Sephora Collection really did a good job with this. Sephora Collection, you know I am a big fan. I will link my Sephora Collection playlist. I love almost everything from the brand. Their brow gel I have in today. It is absolutely a favorite. This is my #1 brow gel. This is the Fluff and Fix Brow Wax. I have their serum concealer on. I love their color corrector. So yay, when they come out with new products, I'm excited to try them. The Milk Blur Stick, so far so good. I am very fussy with primers. So far this is good. It's not knocking my socks off, but it's good, and I'm just thrilled to have found it at TJ Maxx. The Dior items, it's luxury, I understand that, but these I do stand behind the quality. They really are beautiful. I have not enjoyed a stick foundation this much ever, and I knew I would like it. Dior foundations have never done me wrong. I think it's very smooth. My face feels lightweight. It is beautiful. And the bronzer, just no texture, just smooth. The shade is right. Gorgeous. The Tower 28, cannot wait to pick up more shades. Love the blur. And this liquid eyeshadow from Makeup by Mario. I have a couple of matte browns in my collection. I don't want to say anything mean about any other brands, but none of them blend as easy and apply as nicely as this one. There are my thoughts. I hope that this was enjoyable for you. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload videos on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up, and of course, leave me a comment. I love chatting with you down in the comment section. You could even just leave me a heart to let me know you were here. I thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with me today. I'll see you in the next one.